John had intentionally written every answer wrong on the exam. He had waited until his adopted younger brother Jack had turned in his paper. Only then had he quickly changed all his answers back to the correct ones. The reason John had done this was because he had been a person who had been reborn. In his previous life, Jack had not only copied his answers, but had also reported him for cheating on the exam. Everyone had believed that John had copied Jack's answers instead. Perhaps heaven had shown him mercy, and John had been given a chance to return to the time before the exam. His father had warned him not to affect Jack's performance. His father had even said that Jack would definitely get accepted into MIT. Facing the same humiliation he had experienced in his previous life, John had been extremely furious. Looking at the hypocritical Jack, John had decisively slapped him. His father had immediately stepped forward to protect Jack. That moment, John had made up his mind that he would cut ties with them. He had sworn that he would never let Jack win this time. John had deliberately requested to sit in front of Jack because the exams in the front and back rows had been different versions. He had quickly finished writing his answers, but when he had turned in his paper, he had discovered that Jack's answers had been exactly the same as his. He had been extremely confused. He could not understand how Jack had copied his answers. It turned out that Jack had intentionally spilled water on his own version B paper, forcing the proctor to replace it with a version A paper, and that had happened to be the same version as John's exam. During the following math exam, John had chosen a seat 5 meters away from his younger brother. Even the final question had been solved using his own original method. Just as John had been about to submit his paper, his younger brother had suddenly handed his in early. When John had submitted his exam, he had discovered that Jack's answers had once again been completely identical to his. He had started to suspect that Jack had been watching him through some hidden method. He had even checked his own pen, wondering if there had been a hidden camera inside. But in the end, he had found nothing. To prevent the same tragedy from happening again, John had deliberately written down wrong answers. He had waited for Jack to submit his paper first. Then he had erased all the wrong answers and rewritten the correct ones. But when he had turned in his exam, teacher had compared his paper with Jack's. After carefully checking them, teacher had discovered that the answers were exactly the same. John could never have imagined that even after changing every step, he still could not change the ending from his previous life. Do you want to know Jack's secret? Tell me in the comments.